I'm Maxanne.
I'm Lorna. And I'm Julia.
Our project is called
Let's Flood Freddie.
This year in science, we study the signs of climate change. Our atmosphere is getting hotter, which melts glaciers that land in the water. Then the glaciers melt, causing our oceans to add more and more water, causing it to rise. Sea level rise can make homes, towns, even whole cities flood, and this is bad. As the top layer of the ocean gets warmer, hurricanes and other tropical storms get stronger, with more wind and rain. Since the 1980s, the United States has also experienced more intense single-day storms that are dumping a lot more rain or snow than usual. How is flooding plants related to sea level rise and wilder weather? Wilder weather makes strong hurricanes and more rain. Also, the sea is rising, so water has nowhere place in the ocean and comes up to the land. Both of these conditions cause a flood, and that's where our project comes in.
So our project's goal was to prove that all of these signs and effects of climate change can deeply damage and even kill plants. We managed to prove this by feeding one plant, who we named Freddie, after flood, way more water than he was supposed to have, as if he was being flooded. We actually flooded him by tying his neck cup to the NFT reservoir so that he was actually floating in water. And our second plant, Katie, C for control, got fed a normal amount of water. How would this prove anything, you ask? Well, when we fed Freddie the same amount of water as he would have gotten if there had been a flood, he did not thrive. He actually almost died. This is a picture of Freddie when we took him out of the reservoir to collect data. He's nearly dead. Now, we don't have an image of Katie due to the pandemic, but she was growing just fine. This shows that when floods happen, plants get too much water, and unlike Katie, they won't thrive and grow. They'd actually die. Our hypothesis was that if we place a plant in the reservoir under the NFT, the plant will die because of the large amount of water that it was consuming.
For our data, we measured the height and color of two identical basil plants. For the first plant, Katie, we gave it the right amount of everything. Because it got the right amount of everything, it thrived, and started from being around 1 centimeter tall with a color of 6, which meant that it was bright green and healthy, to 1.5 centimeters tall with a color of 5. And then, for our second basil plant, Freddie, we put him in the reservoir under the NFT. Because he got so much water poured onto him, he didn't thrive, and went from being 1 centimeter tall with a color of 6 to 0 centimeters tall with a color of 1, which meant that it was really dark. Our conclusion was that when plants get fed too much water or get flooded, they don't thrive. Their color darkens a lot, and they get floppy and will eventually die.